Pleased to get a win, as ugly as it was, and made enough plays there down the stretch in the last minute. And we had some people step up and make good basketball plays. I thought we came out flat in the game. They're the percentage-wise are the lowest three-point shooting team in the league, and then they come out and go 3 for 3 right off the bat from the three-point line. And sometimes that happens. We settled in. I thought played a really good second quarter, and then didn't really have an answer for their 1-3-1 zone. Just had trouble moving it and getting shots, and we struggled with that. We made enough plays, throughout, but it was pretty frustrating second half. So pleased to get the win anyways. Really happy for Sofija and Rylee that they could end their careers on a win here at the Shack.
Throughout the year that at the beginning of the year especially, you kind of had to play to your ceiling to even be in a game or think about winning a game. Where have you come from there to have, like you said, an ugly game like this and come out on the winning?
Yeah, that's been the difference probably the last 6 weeks is we've been in some games where we still haven't played well, but we're still having chances to win those games. And, in December, we had no chance. Anything that turned into a 4 or 6-0 run was a 10 or 12-0 run early in the year, and it was hard for us to stop it. I think we've just settled, like I said, in the last few weeks, we're much more comfortable with what we're doing. We've quit adding so many things. They're just much more locked in on the ability to make adjustments right now in what we do is much better than it was earlier in the year.
You guys haven't lost 2 straight in a long time. How important is that?
Well, it keeps me sane, Jeff, first of all. I don't know what we are in our last 10 or 11, 6-4, 6-5 maybe. That's a long ways from being 0-7 earlier in the year for us, and those are conference games. It's much more fun to get up, go to practice, get excited for the next one when you have a chance in all those. And even the ones we didn't win, with the exception of South Dakota State the other night and the 2 South Dakota games, I think we've had a lead in the fourth quarter in 12 out of 16 conference games. So we're in those games. Didn't get all those, but there's enough there to build on, for next year.
How have those 2 seniors kind of helped you through that transition from kind of the mentality shift throughout the year?
Well, I think, both those guys have just played with a big sense of urgency here the last 3 or 4 weeks, just knowing that it's coming down to it. Sofija's playing her best basketball. She's scoring the ball more efficiently in the last 5 or 6 games than she has all year long. Rylee's been great for about the last 2 months. At least consistency-wise, those 2 have been bringing a certain amount of production just about every game. And that's something we don't have with really anybody else on our team. Michelle's fairly consistent, had an off day today. Dietz has been up and down. Ryan's been up and down. But those 2 have been by far the people that we've been able to count on the most here in the last, portion of the season.
How have those 2 kind of made your first year easier as seniors?
Well, it's when you have as good a kids, that's what's made this whole year not unbearable with being whatever we are, 10 and 18, is the quality of individual that we have. No matter how mad I am at them about a basketball thing, I still enjoy seeing them the next day in the gym. I still enjoy working with them because they want to learn. They're still bringing energy. We've had a learning locker room all year, even when it was hard. So it's just that's what you enjoy about coaching. And those 2 have been terrific with it. There's not a better leader as far as by example than Rylee Nudell. She doesn't say a whole lot. She's not going to rah-rah and get on people and do those kind of things, but she's going to show up every day and do the best you can, and sometimes that's about all you can ask for from people.
What's your philosophy of the 3-point lead? At the end of the game, do you foul or do you just let them shoot?
If we were close enough to 10, we were going to foul her. But we had a freshman there that went to sleep and was not ready to play when the ball was handed off. We were going to foul there, Jeff. Not every time, but in certain situations.
With a win, how does that kind of shift the focus and get you ready for postseason?
Well, in basketball, you usually get to play right away. And if you got to wait a week, it's nice to do it on a win where you got to wait 6 or 7 days to play again. This is a time everybody at this time of year has some nicks and bruises and things where a day or 2 off in the training room really helps. can freshen you up a little bit. There's things we can tighten up. We're going to practice. We're going to try to get better at some things so that we can go to Sioux Falls and not just be happy to be there and go there to win a basketball game.
I mean, we knew from the start that Omaha was the game that was a must-win. South Dakota State, we knew we had an opportunity, but we were underdogs in that game. So we knew right away that cannot affect our performance today, and we got it done.
Sofija, you're a junior. You're leaving the program after this year. What's the decision?
This is my 4th year in college. I redshirted 1 year, so technically I'm not graduating early. And I couldn't get my master's done in a year, so, and obviously I had an ambition to go back in Europe and play over there, so once I found out that I cannot get my master's degree done in a year, I had to make a choice whether I would return and, stay for my master's for longer than a year, and maybe just find a job after it and quit playing sports, or leave after this year and pursue the professional career. So that's what I chose.
Rylee, last game, double-double. How important was that for you to contribute today?
I mean, it was really exciting. It was a really fun day for us to get the win and to win on our last day playing here in the Shack.
And you guys won a game down the stretch again, which was a trouble early in the season. Talk about how you've been able to do that this year.
I mean, Jory, even in the locker room after the game, he said we'd made big-time plays in big-time situations, and I guess just locking in and focusing on what our jobs are and what we need to do during crunch time.
Emily, talk about the seniors both next to you. Talk about getting to play with them the last time here in the Shack.
Yeah, I was pretty emotional. I started tearing up at the end of the game, but just having these two as role models for the last few years for myself has been an incredible experience. They emulate what it means to be a Bison. They work hard. They always give 100% effort, and it's been really, really fun to play with them.
Emily, has Coach gone over the preparations for next week for Sioux Falls? You guys are going to be playing on Sunday now with your win today. Has Coach gone over any preparations now?
Not yet. No, we're going to kind of focus on this week and take a couple days to get our bodies right for this postseason play here, and then have a couple practices where we'll start to talk about that stuff and focus on it.